I hope that this year has just been incredible for you, and 2024 has been the start of something very special. It's a very, very special year this year for so many reasons, and there's a massive change and shift in energy, and I know I'm feeling it, I know my clients are feeling it, and there's so many conversations in so many spaces that I'm having around this shift in energy in the collective and around the world in 2024. It just seems to be the year of magic, and I'm so fully leaning into that, and I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying the ride of 2024 so much, and I hope you are too. As always, thank you so much for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this community and this space. I just feel so full of love today, and I always feel this way on a Monday because my weekends are my time when, I love what I do so much throughout the week anyway. It doesn't feel like work, but weekends I always make sure that I connect to myself, and I'll take that time to ground and to breathe and to be fully present with my life and my husband and my children, and it just feels so nourishing to anchor back in. And then Monday comes around and I'm just like, I'm so ready to go. And I've had such soul nourishing conversations today as well, which is just lit up my world. Like, my face is hurting from smiling so much. I'm like in face pain. So, oh my goodness, I hope that you take some time for yourself, even if it's just, it doesn't necessarily have to be a weekend. All of our days and schedules are completely different. And it doesn't have to be a whole day. It doesn't have to be a whole weekend. It can just be 5 minutes a day. I like to check in every morning, and also every night. This is for me because the way my days are full, and so I like to reset in the evening and in the morning, just set my energy and my intentions and have everything the way I feel and how I want to present myself to the world and how I want to show up. And I like to be fueled and ready for the day, so I like to check in twice a day. But there was a time when I never checked in at all. So start small and meet yourself where you're at, always. But even just, even if it's just 1 minute in your day to just, and even if that is just as soon as you open your eyes in the morning, you don't pick up your phone to check it, you don't do anything at all apart from just opening your eyes, feeling gratitude for another day, and just laying in your bed for an extra minute before you get up and start your day. Just taking your shoes off and just standing outside and feeling the pavement beneath your feet and just energizing and grounding. Taking some long deep breaths, laying on a yoga mat, just allowing yourself to just be in your being essence. And it could be at any point during your day. So I really hope that is something that you do honour yourself with. I never used to. I used to run here, there. I was running on a fuel of cortisol, I think, and stress. That was my body fuel that just kept me going and going and going and going and going. Before, that's how I used to do life, not taking a breath, not taking in anything around me, just doing, not catching a moment to just really be. So this is no judgment here. I've been there. It's just awareness, and it's just remembering, and it's just reminding ourselves, and it's just a practice. And even if that's when you come to these lives and you sit with me and you just hear the reminder again, and you even just pause the video and just allowing yourself to take that moment for yourself. You do that for the next 30 days, it becomes a habit. So I really hope that you honour yourself with that, because you fully deserve to. And it's in the best of recharging that we really get to thrive and show up in the best way possible. And we get to be more productive by resting. It should be part of our routine and non-negotiable. That resting is part of our doing. So I have my to-do list, but that is also on my to-do list to be. Anyway, with that being said, I just feel like this energy of being right now, it's just, it just feels so gorgeous. And I'm just going to keep sharing it, reminding you to be, reminding you to be, reminding you to be as much as I can till you're sick of hearing it, to be honest. Because when you can start being, coming from that place, life just flows. We have more capacity to take on the world, take on our personal worlds and the things that we navigate daily, especially as busy and ambitious women, mums, and just being a woman in general, really. In the way society has, pushed us into a place where most of us are in burnout or exhaustion or struggling with health challenges. We've pushed ourselves to a brink and a point where it's time to change and time to just switch that up a little bit and start to do things a little bit differently to bring us all back to a place of health and wellness. And so that's that. That's that, but that's also very important, that. But what I really, really, really want to talk to you about today is purpose. And I love this topic, and I'm really excited to share with you my principles around purpose, or just some perspectives that I personally have around purpose. And I guess I've created the principles of purpose as I've named this life, but I want to, again, just share perspectives with you that may be new, may be different, and just invite you to pop on that curiosity hat of just opening up your mind to perhaps how things can be thought of a bit differently and changing up the way we used to thinking, doing, being. Because I think there's so much talk, again, in the personal development space about finding your purpose. And we feel like if we don't have purpose, then we don't have a meaning to life. Like, I don't have a purpose, therefore I'm insignificant almost, in a way. I'm just going to put my notifications off. I do apologise because everything is pinging through and I don't want it to be pinging in your ears as you're here with me today. We almost feel like if I don't have a purpose, I don't have a meaning. And there's so much pressure on us to find our purpose, because our purpose makes us significant and it gives us a meaning, and we define our life through our purpose. Define our life through our purpose, or what we think our purpose should be. And that's often something outside of ourselves that we'll attach our purpose to as well. So it's almost a separation between who you are and your purpose. And the perspective that I wish to offer is, how about if your purpose wasn't about finding something? It wasn't about finding your purpose or searching for it. What about if finding your purpose was just finding out who you are? What about if your purpose is rediscovering who you are, remembering? I share a lot around this work, and the work that I do is about remembering who you are, that you're still there inside. You haven't gone anywhere. When we're finding ourselves, where have you gone? It's almost as if, I've lost myself. There's a disconnection. So I believe it's about remembering who you are, reconnecting back to your heart, finding your way back home to yourself. You're there all the time. You haven't gone anywhere. Your truest self is always available to you, always ready to be activated again and brought back to life. It's just simply you've lost a connection to it. There's a disconnect. And our purpose, I feel, is very similar. We are not our purpose in terms of it being something outside of ourselves and something different. We often, for example, our careers, especially as women, we believe that our purpose is through our careers. We have a fulfilling career, it gives us a purpose. But you're not your career, and you're not a label, and you're not an identity. There's things that anchor us in. Being a mum, for example, it's a label, but you're still you underneath it. Your career, for example, if you're a manager, just for example, this is labels. And I'm not saying these things don't have meaning, but being an entrepreneur, being a manager, being a mum, it's a label for something outside of yourself, and that defines you. But what about if it's just the essence of your being is your purpose, and it's not something outside of yourself? Being a mum is my purpose because it's part of who I am. It's part of me. It's what I love. I love being a mum. There's a soul tie there. It gives me purpose. It gives me meaning. Being a mum grounds me, anchors me in. It reminds me who I am, and it reminds me of love and innocence and play and creativity and fun. And I keep talking about play, creativity and fun so much as well because I'm all in on that right now, and that just feels so good. So, but and it's the same way with being an entrepreneur and my business. My business is my purpose, but it's not the definition of who I am. My business is my purpose because it is who I am. It's my passion. It's what I love. It's what lights me up. I use the example of a manager. We work for someone else, and that's okay. Some of us choose to be entrepreneurs, and some will choose a career that is their dream is to run someone else's business, and that is okay. But if it's something that you love, it doesn't define you because it isn't the thing that makes you you. It's an expression of you. But the manager is the label, the mum is the label, the entrepreneur is the label, but it doesn't define us. Because what happens if we define ourselves through a purpose outside of ourselves is we attach a sense of worth and value to that as well. So if that's our purpose, and it's something outside of ourselves, and we feel, hands up who has mummy guilt, who experiences that, who experiences good and bad days in the office, who experiences good and bad days in entrepreneurship, highs, lows. If you're defining your purpose as something outside of yourself, on those times when it's not feeling so great, your sense of meaning and self-worth, because that's what you're attaching to your purpose, is shot. It makes you feel pretty rubbish. So what about if that was just the essence of your being, and your purpose was just reconnecting to who you are and learning how to love fully and to play fully and to express fully, and honing that on being your purpose, in being the true essence of who you are, your authentic self, allowing yourself to glow and be as happy, glowing from the inside out, the inner glow which reflects on the outside. And that essence and that glow flows into everything else around you. Because it's all your purpose and everything is for purpose. But it's all about you. It's all about within. The inner game. The inner game. Nothing is ever outside of ourselves. So why would our purpose be outside of ourselves too? Sure, it's reflected in the external world, but it comes from our passion within and what we love. what about if that was your purpose? Your purpose is to be here and to learn to express fully the authentic self. And you get to show up fully you in this world and be compensated for that. This is huge. And I want you to know this. And this, again, everything I share is not always the truth, but this is my truth. And this is a truth for you to become curious and sit with and explore, but what I've witnessed and what I've experienced myself in my journey and my clients is that you get, and you may have even heard this as well in lots of different spaces, that you get to be paid and compensated by being who you are in this world. The universe compensates you for working on yourself. It's like, that's how great it gets to be. By learning to fully step into your power, letting yourself connect to the essence of who you are, remembering what lights you up, what makes you feel fully passionate, healing the thoughts and feelings and beliefs and the conditioning and the programming behind why life doesn't get to be as fun and easy is the actual word here. Like, we feel that in order to receive reward, we have to hustle and grind and work for it. And yeah, absolutely, there is so much to be said for hard work and hustle and grind. And sometimes I love the buzz of that, but not 24/7 because I've done that. But I love the vibe of that. I love the rush of that sometimes. And on any journey, there is going to be that push sometimes, but we get to be in push and we get to be in lean back. And it's about doing the dance and learning the dance and understanding the dance between the two. And knowing that if you are coming from a hustling place, where is that really coming from? What's the energy behind that? Are you coming from a proving, a seeking, a validation place, or is it just because you freaking love it, you're feeling flow, you're feeling creative, you're pumping out ideas, you have this energy, and you're just like, let it all go. And knowing the difference, right? And then also the lean back, like, am I just leaning back and being in my womanly energy of receiving? We need the giving, we need the receiving, we need the push, we need the pull, we need all of it. Or is it like I'm just a bit scared to just be and just to relax in that and that surrendering? Because that can also feel a bit scary too. So it's about feeling safe in all of it. Without diving too deep here, I like these lives to just give you the goods. I don't want to go too deep into them. But please feel free to ask questions. You can even inbox me, just tap on my name, send me a message. I do offer virtual coffee chats as well, which are complimentary if that is something that you would love. So we can always do that. If there's anything you want to dive deeper into, I'm all here for it. But I want to keep these lives as short and sweet as possible. And just to give you the general initial shift into opening up your mind, how life gets to be freeing and it gets to be easy. And I understand it's not always easy, and it's not easy until it's easy. And if we're just starting on the journey, it can feel hard. Anything new feels hard in the beginning because it feels different and it feels shifty and it feels stretchy and it feels expansive. Once you shift into it, it becomes your new norm. Then it's easy, and then it's like, this is easy, of course. This is so simple. Why didn't I see it? And this is a conversation I was having with a client and friend earlier. We're like, it's so simple. It's landed. I see it. I get it. It gets to be this easy and this fun, but we're not taught that. We're taught that we must push ourselves to the brink to the point where society we're making ourselves sick. But actually, the reality is, it's just about learning to fully fall in love with who you are, fall in love with your life by creating it, writing your own story, being the creator of your life, remembering what lights you up, what you're passionate about, and then going out and expressing that in whichever way feels good for you. whether it's through working in an industry that you love, being brave enough and confident enough to actually go for that dream because it's meant for you, starting a business, going for it because it's meant for you, becoming a mum, or whatever it is. It's an expression, it's an extension, it's a vehicle to express who you are and be lit up every single day and be compensated for that. It gets to be that easy and fun. We get to show up and do life however we want to. And it sounds so mind-blowing because it feels like the dream. It feels like, what do you mean you can just pick something you love and get paid for it? Like, yes, that is what I'm telling you. This is the secret. This is the secret, and this is what I've figured out, and this is how I live my life. Through my essence of my being. I love this work so much. It feels like the biggest gift, the biggest honour, the biggest privilege. And this came from me taking myself on a healing journey. Me taking myself to the depths of my soul. I went deep. You don't have to go that deep right now. But once you start and get curious, you're like, oh, how deep can I go? And it becomes this wonderful journey of discovery. But I just started on this healing journey. And if you know my story, that was from the passing of my dad. And it changed my life in so many ways. And I battled through grief, painful grief. And I took myself on a healing journey to initially heal the grief, and to make, to find some level of peace through that pain. And it transpired on this healing journey. And then my life just shifted and changed so much that I was like, everybody needs to know this magic. And then I was like, I need to become certified and teach this stuff. And then through my own wisdom and the skills and the knowledge and practice and everything along the journey, I'm now sharing with you all, because I wish I could bottle this up and just give it to you. But the journey is the most special part. Actually, if I could, I probably wouldn't, because I want you to take the journey. No, I would give it to you as a taster to know what I know is on the other side. And I want everyone to feel this and to experience this. And it's a journey that allows us to crack open. And it's personal and it's different for all of us, but the feelings are the same that we get to experience. Rediscovering who you are and living really in your purpose, which is you just being your truest self and living authentically and in alignment with what you love. And you get to be compensated through that in however that expression. I express myself through my business, through sitting here with you and sharing my heart, and I get to be compensated through that because I love it so much. And so however you choose to express your purpose, you get to do that in a way that feels so good for you, so good for your soul. You get to be compensated for figuring out who you are, falling deeply in love with yourself, and living in full alignment with the things that light you up. And that's how easy it gets to be. But it's not easy till it's easy, and I fully understand that. And there's sometimes a lot of work to do along the way. But the end result, and that is the truth, you get to be compensated for being on this journey, falling in love with yourself, with your life. And the ripple effect that has on humanity is huge. By you showing up, reconnecting, falling in love, connecting to your soul's purpose and going out and shining that out into the world, that's how you get to do life. Being happy. Being so truly happy. This is top tier happiness. Top tier is my new word. So on that note, my lovelies, let me know if this message has landed today. Let me know any takeaways, any aha moments. Pop in the comments. Let me know if you love this live. share replay, tag replay. The comments aren't coming up as I'm sharing and going live with you guys, but they're coming through afterwards, and I love reading them. Please pop a comment or send me a message. I love hearing from you. I love connecting with you. I'm here taking this journey with you, and I really want you to live a full life, just experiencing the abundance of all the incredible gifts that this life has to offer you by you just learning to connect to your purpose, and your purpose being who you are, living a life authentically and aligned with all the things that light you up. That is what I'm here for. So sending you guys so much love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have an incredible week. Monday, start of a fresh brand new week. We get to start over again and again and again. And what's one small thing you can do today to honour yourself and really start to step into that alignment piece of living a life with intentionality and on purpose, of being in your purpose, which is the true essence of who you are. Have an amazing week.